My presentation today is about solid waste reduction initiative that uses a traditional method that is burning. I firmly believe this is a viable solution, not just for our current crisis, but as a sustainable part of our regular solid waste management strategy. This belief isn't theoretical, it's based on a first-hand experience from my childhood. In my neighborhood, I witnessed how a biomass furnace was used to convert centrifugal sugar into muscovado. The intense heat came from burning sawdust, wood, bagasse, and dried coconut leaves. It was simple, effective, and renewable. That childhood memory became a spark for my innovation. I asked myself, could I mimic that sugar furnace to process our garbage? This led to the creation of what I called Horno. It's a simple innovation, but I have tested and demonstrated that it worked. My goal today is to show you that this simple idea could be a handy, practical solution to the waste crisis we face. To understand why the Horno is different, we must first understand the critical differences between the biomass burner and an incinerator. While both uses combustion to create heat, their fuel source and philosophy are worlds apart. Confusing the two is a costly blunder that could prevent us from adopting an effective solution. Number one, on fuel source. For biomass burning, it is using renewable and organic, burn segregated, plant-based material such as wood chip, sawdust, agricultural waste, and dried leaves. This is a clean fuel. While incineration is burning unsorted municipal solid waste in a mixed plastic, food, rubber, and textile. Number two is primary purpose. The main goal is to produce heat for useful purpose like cooking, drying, and generating power. While incineration is for waste destruction. The main goal is to reduce the volume of trash. Energy is a valuable byproduct. Number three is fuel consistency. Homogeneous. The fuel is relatively uniform, allowing for a clean and efficient combustion. While incineration uses heterogeneous fuel that is inconsistent, making combustion control difficult and less efficient. And fourth is the emission. So we have a cleaner and predictable emission for biomass burner, mostly carbon dioxide, water vapor, and particulates. Pollution control is simple, focusing on managing smoke. For incinerator, it is complex and hazardous. Burning plastic and synthetic can release dioxin, furans, and heavy metals. This requires highly complex and expensive pollution control. And number five is carbon neutrality. For biomass, it is carbon neutral, releases biogenic carbon absorbed during the plant life, which is reabsorbed by the new plant. While incineration is not carbon neutral, it releases fuel carbon from plastic, contributing to the greenhouse gas accumulation. Choosing to extract plant-based material from segregated garbage and burning them in a simple controlled furnace like Horno is biomass burning. It is a solution. This means we must stop viewing segregated organic garbage as waste. Instead, we must see it as a valuable resource, a source of high-quality biomass fuel. By doing this, we can mimic the natural, efficient cycle I witnessed as a child. The Horno is a return to the traditional intelligent principle, using what we have to create what we need. The heat generated from this process isn't pollution. It is a resource that can be used productively to cook food, generate steam, dry wet materials, and produce power. My demonstration proved this simple innovation work. It bridges the gap between a childhood memory and a modern necessity, offering a practical, community-based tool to reduce our waste and recover its value. Imagine an unsegregated pile of garbage, particularly the kind carelessly thrown beside the road. It is a chaotic mix of all waste from a household, eventually finding its way to a dump site where it becomes a problem for the local government to handle. Our local government unit has been actively promoting waste segregation. If we were to properly manage this file, the first step would be to spread it out and sort it into 6 categories, that is, compostable, biodegradable, metal, e-waste, plastic, and residual waste. Of this, compostable material can be turned into compost if there is an available land. The real challenge lies with the biodegradable category. Ironically, these materials are often difficult to compost effectively, and without proper facility, they frequently end up back into the landfill. Since biodegradable make up a substantial part of the waste stream, they become a major problem. When no other diversion option exists, they simply go to the landfill. Segregation only has a value if there are diversion option ways to process in each category separately. Segregation only has a value if there is diversion option. This leads to a common frustrating reality. Segregation can feel like an exercise in futility. We often hear that garbage collectors saying the lack of option will admit that all segregated material gets mixed back together at the final distillation. For segregation to have real meaning, we need a viable diversion option. This is where the concept of Horno comes in. If mixed waste were brought to my burner, that would simply be incineration, which is not my intention. Instead, I want to support the segregation process by offering Horno as a legitimate diversion option. The Horno was conceptualized precisely for this purpose, to provide a use for certain waste stream. For instance, one proposed application is to use it to heat for cooking utensil directly, utilizing the thermal energy. Furthermore, the Horno is designed to facilitate pyrolysis. The heat it generates can be used to pyrolyze certain material like plastic. To complete the pyrolysis process, the temperature needs to reach around 500 degrees. With this aspect is still in the experimental stage. It represents another potential diversion pathway for segregated plastic. It is without a doubt a work in progress. There are 5 reasons why my Horno is an ideal solution for this crisis situation. First, it is rapidly available. Unit can be fabricated and mobilized within a week. The initial barrel-type model serves as a temporary solution to provide immediate relief. However, for a lasting impact, I propose developing a permanent design featuring brick liners and ash withdrawal door to easily remove accumulated ash. While the barrel Horno has an operational lifespan of about 2 months, the permanent design would provide long-term solution. A scrubber will also be installed to control the particulate matters. Second, it fosters community acceptance. The Horno design is intuitive because it resembles a traditional furnace. Its versatility is a major advantage as it can be adapted for multiple use such as cooking food, distilling water, or even drying with biodegradable waste before it is fed to the unit. Third, it is an economically viable solution. The Horno is low cost, easy to fabricate from readily available materials, and can be mobilized immediately to where it is needed most. Fourth, it maximizes energy utilization. The available heat energy generated by the Horno is not wasted. It can be harnessed for practical application like cooking, generating steam, and drying material. Fifth, it offers a significant environmental benefits. As a diversion strategy, the Horno can achieve a substantial reduction in the volume of waste that would otherwise end up in the landfill. This is the Horno, and today we are presenting it after 3 successful demonstrations. The first 2 tests were conducted in Mandawi City to verify that the device operates without producing visible smoke. The third one is we have done it by invitation by the Barangay Calamba in Cebu City. We also use it to cook banana, demonstrating the heat generated can sufficiently cook food. This serves as a proof of concept. If the LGU accept this as a viable waste diversion option, I can provide further improvement to make it operationally ready. As an inventor, I am satisfied with what I have proven that the concept works. However, The value will be realized only if it is given proper consideration for practical use. With this presentation, I rest my case. Decision now lies in your hand whether to give this project the green light or not.